Hey guys, I am live at 6 o'clock. If you guys want to jump in and ask questions on this thread, that's great. If not, nobody's around, that's fine too. I'm in the car with Rod. Happy birthday, Rod.
Hi. Hey, awesome people. Thanks for all the birthday wishes.
Yeah. And congratulations on your 10 pounds.
Yes, thank you.
That's awesome.
Doing good.
Hi, Tanya. Hi, Veronica. Thanks for jumping on. Please feel free to ask questions. If you don't have any questions, that's okay too. I kind of have a topic I can talk about, and it is macros. And what is macros? And why do some people follow macros? And that's been kind of asked a few times. So I want to kind of touch on that a little bit. And Bev also asked about having higher protein and low fat and how to make that work. The first, I guess I wanted to explain in terms of macros, it's whether you are, why would you want to follow macronutrients, right? And macronutrients is protein, carbs, and fats, right? Some people follow calories, some people follow the keto diet, some people follow low carb, some people follow low fat, but all of that is basically macronutrients are involved, right? There is so many proteins, so many carbs, so many fats, and however that ratio is different depending on whatever type of diet you're choosing to follow. But I think it's important that you know what they do, how many calories are in each gram, and why you would choose one over the other. Because I think people get so confused with that. They don't understand. They're like, should I do low carb? Should I do low fat? Should I do high fat, low protein? Like what's right? And basically, it comes down to this. It comes down to what is right for you and why and what your goal is. So if your goal is to lose weight and you don't care about necessarily your athletic performance or your ratio of anything, it's totally fine to just worry about calories. That's what Rod's doing, and he's being successful doing that, okay? So I just want you to know that. You don't have to follow a macronutrient guide in order to lose weight, as long as you're being accountable to your calories. If you are choosing to follow a macronutrient guide, this is what you need to know. And I think people don't think this out when they choose where they want to go in their diet. Every gram of protein is 4 calories. Every gram of carbohydrate is 4 calories. And every gram of fat is 9 calories, okay? So what does that mean? Well, that means you can have, say, 100 grams of fat is going to be 90 or 900 calories, right? Or no, did I do that wrong? Every gram is 9 calories. Yeah. So 100 grams of fat is 900 calories. Okay. 100 grams of carbohydrates is 400 calories. 100 grams of protein is 400 calories. So if you're choosing to do a low or a high fat, like say you're doing keto and you're doing a high fat, low protein, low carb diet. So you're choosing to get your calories in the form of fat. And that's fine. You can totally do that. But you're going to, 10 almonds, say, is 100 calories of fat. Right? So then say 10 almonds have that would be, say, 9 grams of fat in them, right? So then that would be about 90 calories. But then I could have a baked potato for 100 calories, and then every carb has 4 grams of fat. It's going to be a lot bigger than, say, 10 almonds. So you see where I'm going? You have to look at the amount of food you're able to eat, because there's no magic. There's no magic. If you just eat fat, you don't just lose weight. Right? It doesn't work. If you're still eating in excess of calories, you're not going to lose weight. You might lose a few pounds because you've cut out other things and you actually, in sense, are cutting calories. But it's just in how you're choosing to pick your diet. So if you're just eating fat and that's what you want to do, that's great. And if it's working for you, absolutely. But there will become a time, if you are not monitoring your caloric intake with that fat, you will not lose fat anymore, and you could potentially gain weight still, just doing no fat or high fat. I choose to do my diet in the form of lower fat, high carb, and high protein. And why do I choose that? Because it's more voluminous. I can have 6 ounces of grilled chicken or 2 pieces of bacon, right? That would be the same calories. I'm going to have a fuller belly myself with a 6 ounces of chicken than I am going to have it with 2 ounces or 2 pieces of bacon. I'm going to have a fuller belly with a bowl of rice than I am with a third of avocado, which calorically is the same. Okay, so I want to choose to eat more food, so I follow a lower fat, right? But again, it's not a magic miracle. It's about knowing what these numbers are, knowing how many calories and how many in each gram of macronutrient, whatever you choose, and making sure you find a point in which you can lose weight. So Bev, your question to me earlier was, how do you have higher protein and lower fat? And there's lots of great ways to do that. And that would be like egg whites have no fat in them. That's a great source that I use. Lean ground chicken, lean ground turkey, any kind of whitefish, shrimp is another great option. You can have, I don't have my list with me right now. I will write them down in this comment thread of like a ton of lean protein options that you can choose. But here is my question to you. Say you like to have meat with fat on it. I know you like bacon, particularly Bev. I know you like bacon. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Cheryl. So if you want to have bacon and then like have your fat and protein together, look at your carbohydrates. What kind of carbohydrates are you choosing? Because there's lots of ways to choose low-fat carbohydrates in which you can actually have fat in your animal protein if that's what you want. So if I know you have an oatmeal with like lots of nuts and seeds and chia and all that stuff, well, that's all fat that you've added to your breakfast, but it doesn't taste as good as bacon, right? So if you want bacon, have bacon as your fat and then make your oatmeal leaner without all the nuts and seeds and stuff. So it's simple as that. It's just picking and choosing how you want your fat and how you want and where maybe you can get rid of some of it. So I don't want to eat chia seeds, for instance. Like yes, they have health benefits. Yes, they're good fat. But again, every gram of fat has 9 calories. So I don't want to eat 9 calories even in 1 gram of chia seed. I want it to be in the form of a fat that I want, that feels good, that tastes good, that I like. So I hope that kind of helps clear up a little bit. So even if you're on a ratio of macronutrients, you don't have to be a slave to the ratio. If there's a better way that you like to eat, if there is something that is better in the life of what you eat and what it works in your life, that's what's going to work long term. You can play with numbers all you want. You can just eat fat. You can just have ratios. You can have all of these things. But if they don't work where you're able to continue doing it to sustain your weight throughout your life, it's not going to be any good. So I suggest you just take a look at what you're doing, where you really want things, and where you can maybe ease up in order to balance basically out your macronutrients and then balance out the calories. So I hope that gives you some ideas about that. Does anybody else have any questions? Veronica says, happy birthday, Rod.
Thank you.
If not, I am going to get going. I think I did kind of cover a lot right there. I will wait a few seconds and see if there's a question that pops up, but I love that you guys are doing this. I'm super happy to see you guys. I hope, I'll probably post some more in this because I'm sure there's things I forgot to say about all of this. And please don't get me wrong. I am not criticizing anybody's form of however they choose to lose weight. Whatever it is, if it's working for you, it's right, and that's all that matters. So you're welcome, Tanya. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a great night. Happy next week for your challenge.